Yeah, that looks right. And we're live. Hello, everybody. If anyone is out there. Alright, let's get the daily up. Oh, no, never mind. It's not daily. Rabbits are peaceful. Oh, their favorite fruit. Alright. Hey, Thursa, how are you? Morning. What time? Evening to you? I don't know. It's midday, right? Oh, I don't know. What time is it for you? But normally in the middle of your workday, right? I always get confused. Get some carrots. Damn freaking rabbits. Well, how many rabbits have we got? So there's 5 rabbits here. Can't do that. Can do the brown one. Only can do the white brown one. But bugger, but oh well. Question of where they are. Oop, I can hit that one. Yeah, it's 12:30 lunchtime. Ah, middle of the day. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. How have you been anyway? No. Rabbits. There's one.
Okay.
Cool. Alright.
This place really shows that
Alright, now I need a white one. Alright, Remy, calm down. Hey, Ramona. How are you doing? We got a Thresher Ramona combo. We normally don't get those. You've been okay. Well, that seemed very... I don't think I've ever seen you say okay before. That you've been okay. Sounds like you're not okay. You're just saying that to... I don't know. Well, I hope you are. I hope you are okay. World is a crazy place at the moment. I guess being okay is the most you could ask for. Where is the white one? Where is this white rabbit? Oh, is it that one? There it is. Yeah. Oh, I'll find you eventually. Cool. There we go. Well, I've been great, just working. Haven't logged in during Live Valley for a few days. So you're missing the event. You got to do just pretty much do the event so you can knock off. But because it looks like they screwed up the event slightly. So if you log in and go to your mailbox, you should get the Doug bucket, which is where is it? You should be given the Doug bucket free because they screwed it up. So it should unlock it for you and give you all the resources to build. The Doug bucket should be here. That Doug bucket right there. I'm okay, just dealing with stress. No worries. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully it is stress that will pay off. But I'm sorry to hear that. Shirt's kind of rolled up a little bit. I'm getting fat. So my shirts aren't fitting as well as they did. I need to start losing weight. It's a bit sick. Weight gain is apparently a big thing. Alright, well, what we're going to do, the first part of the stream is we are going to be event focused. So we're going to quickly do our red button run, red and flower button run, then do the daily, then fish for a stack of 99 blue buttons, and then we'll get to something else. God, always get thrown off. Well, the good thing is Mr. Tanker is getting into the game now. After what? Several years of him watching me play the game. He's actually getting into it. So it'll be interesting to have a few more people talk about the game. Alright. Well, which one is my daily today? Ursula. Ursula appears to be my daily. Track it down. Alright, so we'll quickly do... I'll grab a quest real quick. They get all the buttons vacuumed up. Oh, no, I don't want that. No, I want to talk to her. There we go, and we'll get her to hang out. A little bit easier instead of me running around trying to find her again. Oh. Oh, there's a... Oh, sell that. Cool. Alright. Now what's the daily? next. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Anyone else around me? It's Mickey down.
Wonder what Goofy's up to.
Well,
Those night thorns are the worst, am I right? So glad you're here.
I'll get rid of these because these will annoy me. Damn it. Sorry about that, my headphones are just stupid. Alright, come on.
Oh, hello again. Lovely. I know.
Can I get a little help here?
The morning tide is calling to me.
There we go. Well, that's all done. We'll get a fishing buddy. We'll use Donald this time. Where is he? And we're going to get a stack of blue buttons. Here's our spot. Basically, we want to keep going until we get about 99. Now, the problem with this is that the stupid sound effect is very, very loud. So let's turn down the music while we do it. Don't know why it's all like abnormally loud, but it is. Now, key thing is that because we're doing the same thing over and over and over again, you have to keep an eye on the bonus running out. So I have got a bad habit of that running out. So it's going to be boring fishing for at least a little bit until I get 99. And we've got 7 at the moment, so it's gonna be a while. But then again, I was surprised how quickly it kind of stacks up, especially when you get like fours drop. So I'm gonna wait until there's 6 on the ground. No, 10 on the ground. So it's at 5 at the moment. That's 8. Was that 8? Yeah, it's 8. You've been playing Palia, just finished the Vault quest, don't even know what that is. So I can now work on catching infected essence in the new Elderwood update. Those are a lot of words that I don't understand. Infected essence. I should check it out. No, I'm lazy. I'm so far behind. I don't know. It just feels daunting. It's the classic ADHD thing that you put things off so much that even tackling it just seems too much. And I guess that's how a lot of people think about this game. All right, 30. All right. That's not too bad. Isn't this the new currency? Basically, yeah. You're gonna go for a lot, yeah. So we'll probably put that on hold. My mental brain can't handle too much complication in my life right now. I'm just struggling just to keep like an active schedule. So we'll see. Well, we've got a new developers update this week for Dreamlight Valley. If a lot of it seems a bit boring, maybe I'll pick up Parley again. Fuck 3. But I mean, recently I've been very surprised with the dev update. I think the last dev update we got, they showed off being able to rotate items, which was very surprising. And so I'm thinking there might be another quality of life update will be cool. I'm really expecting a multiplayer rejig. I think if they rejig multiplayer a little bit, I think it's going to be very interesting. I hope they introduce something like clubs or like a guild kind of thing. I think that'll be really cool, especially how we've got our little kind of tight knit little community that we have. I think that would be cool. I don't know if they will. I think they're being very careful with the online component of keeping it very safe. But that would be pretty cool. That we'll all join this like Mickey Mouse kind of club-esque system. We have our own little club, and then we can work towards like a weekly goal or something. Excited about the app? Yeah, I'm excited. I think I'm excited. I think I'm excited because I think, like we talked about yesterday, it could be Captain Jack Sparrow. I think that would be really interesting if they release that. But also the second update of the expansion, which it'll be interesting because on theory, we should be getting three characters. We should get Maleficent, we should get Aurora, and we should be getting the other character, which may be Jack Sparrow. We could name it the Cult of Dave. I promise you, Ramona, if they do introduce something like that, we'll call it the Cult of Dave, even though cult might be banned. The word cult, but I'll call it the Cult of Dave. I'm pretty sure I did that in Palia as well. We had a cult club thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 8, 2 more. Yeah, I'm excited what they're gonna do. I think if they're doing a dev update, I think it's just gonna be more than just this is the update. I think they're gonna tease something else, which I'm thinking maybe multiplayer. Considering how much they've cracked down on multiplayer recently, I think that will bring more life back to multiplayer. I'm excited for it. I think, yeah. The quality of life improvements is always something I'm surprised that they're working on. I expected them just to finish with the main development of the game and then just leave it there, but they really are investing correctly in the right way. Cool. Alright, 56. Ah, it's a bit lower than I expected, but oh well. Let's get back to it. So about halfway. Oh. Well, I'm gonna make sure I get the bonus up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and we'll watch it. I don't know, we'll do a live reaction thing on stream as well. So I won't watch it until I stream on. It'll be my Thursday, so it won't be my next stream this time tomorrow. It'll be probably the one after it because of time zone. They typically release stuff while I'm streaming, which is rather annoying sometimes. But we'll watch it. We'll watch it live. I was fishing for buttons recently. Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna do one stack every stream. Is just get a stack of blue ones because I can't get the red ones any sooner. I can't get the flowers any sooner. I can't get the green ones any sooner. I could make purple ones, but I need a lot of blues and I think reds. That makes purple, right? Um, so I mean, blue ones are the only ones you can really grind out, which is a bit of a bugger, but always get attention. Yeah, it would be interesting what they because the only thing that we know from a quality of life point of view for the game that we know is coming is being able to rotate paths. They made a point about paths. So I think the question will be what will be released? Like, what will they work on in terms of quality of life after that? Where do you get the green ones from? From the dailies, from the daily. So you get one daily a day. And there's five different ones, and they're the ones that you have to make five cupcakes and then hand them out. Those are the only way you can get the green ones. Unfortunately, very limited. I think there's a weekly as well that you can do. I can't remember what it is though. I think I already did it though, and you get I think a few more. I have to look it up. Actually, now's a good time to use my handy dandy button. Hold up. This will make sense in a sec. There we go. All right. So if we go there and then we switch over here. Haha. There we go. So we can go to the Dreamlight Valley Fest here. They're all of them are daily. And these are the new ones. Those are the ones that if you do the Scrooge ones, that's the one that gives you the the mining cart popcorn box, and this one gives you the Doug popcorn box, but they gave it to you for free because it wasn't a great quest. I think they needed to change that. Where's the green ones? There you go, green ones. And when completing event quests. There we go, event quests. So yeah, those are the only ones. So these are the only ones you can actually do. You can do these ones as well. I think these ones give you green buttons as well. Yeah, they give you 50 ones. So you can do these ones, but these are once off. Decorate more and decorate most. Those are once off, but then you can do these daily ones, and you get I think 30 or 20 each time. Isn't that all 20? Yeah. So you can get about 100 every 5 days if you pretty much just do them every single day. Yeah. I'm surprised they haven't given you more ways of getting them, but I think I'm just glad that they're adding more to the events every year. It's just adding to make the event a little bit more interesting every year. I like that. And they so easily could have just, not done any of that and just left it. I think they did the same thing with the Christmas. They add just a little bit every time. I think that works. Anyway, switch back. I'm just going to get the chat back up. Oh. Alright, back to pitching. So we've got 4 down. Alright. I'm surprised they haven't provided any new rides though. That's something 'cause they kind of finished developing all those rides and they're kind of just like, yep, we're done. There's enough. I was um I fully expect them to just to release at least one more around the event, but they didn't. So that was interesting. But they're probably stretched with resources at the moment. They're probably developing the next expansion, working on part 2 of the expansion, and also the quality of life updates. So there's a lot of stuff probably happening at the moment. I'm actually more excited if they show a roadmap because it will reveal characters that are going to come up, and I think that's what's more exciting about the update, the dev update. It's just seeing what's next. Like we know what's coming in the next update already, but we don't really know what's going to happen after that. And we're really in the territory of like stuff that they only planned like 12 months ago, so we don't really know the direction they're going to go. Like before we kind of knew what characters we're going to get, but we've kind of really got all the obvious ones. So I think the only ones that are pretty obvious that we still should get is Ralph and Cinderella. Those are characters that just we know they have models for them. We're just waiting for them. And obviously Jack Sparrow, but I think my gut feeling is that we're getting at this update. All right, nearly there, nearly there. All right, we'll do one more load. We'll finish the button quest for today. I really hope we get another Mickey and Friends character. I'm really hoping for it. I really want to build out the Toontown idea that I have. You just can't do it if there's like nothing there for them. I mean, we don't have a lot of Goofy or Donald stuff as well. Sully's looking at me really creepily. Very on brand. He's cheering for me all the way over there. Alright, Sully. Mm-hmm. Alright, I think it's 5. Cool. It's 5 more. And then we'll work on probably Storybook battle duties. Thanks. And that's 7. And one more. Alright. Close. There you go. How's that? Yeah, got a stack. Cool. 22. Oh, well. Oh, alright, let's dance. Let's dance over here. Alright, so look at those. That's that. Cool. Should have a stack of those soon. I always might want to make sure I've got a stack in the chest. I don't need purple ones, so need to make some purple ones before. Cool. Alright, we're going to leave that there for now. Alright. We're going to do some storybook veil grinding. My machine just fell off me. Alright, stacking those. Oh, I accidentally dumped all the clouds. Alright. Yeah, all that should give me a little bit more. Alright, first we'll get Stitchy. Currently my favorite character in the game. I really hope we get his cousins. That would be awesome. I mean, there's like 600 of them. It would be cool to just get at least one of them. Hey, Mr. Tanker, how you going? Good morning. Trump's now. Those. Oh, I did. Yeah. Cool. All right, dart over here. So, congrats on unlocking multiplayer, Mr. Tanker. You can finally pop around and steal supplies to catch up with your sister. Oh. I'm good. Definitely into the game now. Are you into the game as in you've made a lot more progress, or you're actually starting to get into the game as in starting to enjoy it a little bit more? Because you definitely have progressed a good chunk into it, but the question is whether you're enjoying. You're enjoying it. Oh, good. That's good, mate. You can finally understand all the bullshit that we talk about. I've got a lot of those. I should probably get rid. We'll dump those off. Well, it's good. We've got another person on board with talking about the game and all that stuff. And yeah, if you get stuck or you need any questions or anything, just post in the Discord. Dump that off. Oh, the rocks are supposed to be actually up here. It'd be cool if I could open multiplayer and still do everything as normal. I think that bums me out that I can't. That it kind of like makes you kind of pause what you're doing. Just have to post in the right chat, or Yasmin tell me off. Yeah, don't anger Yasmin. She polices that chat. She keeps everything getting straight, but it's probably good to have somebody there that keeps us in check. And if people are talking in the right chat about the right thing, it encourages more people to talk, so I'm okay with it. Alright, Harvest Vanilla. For that. Cool. Alright, dart over to... Where do we want to go? Oh, hey, Yasmin. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, more structure is what kind of builds a community as well. So, having some good rules and people kind of following them is a healthy way of being. It's only when you push it to the extreme is that those rules are bad. But because when new people come along, like they talk at the right spots, it'll just be a good way of them experiencing what we experience. I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, grab those. Sweet. Alright, so what do we want to do? We'd feed the owls. So that's at 3 p.m. So I can do the purple owl and brown owl. Purple owl and brown owl. Is owl. Oh, there's stuff back here. Where's this damn purple owl? Not down there, right? Oh, there you are. Around the corner. Oh, what was that?
Happy Reset Day Wednesday/Thursday.
Whoa! Thursday, you didn't really need to do that. You didn't need to do that at all. $100. Whoa! You're extremely generous. Way more generous than I deserve. So thank you. Thank you so much. I will put that towards Moonstones. That's extremely, extremely generous of you. That means your business is going too well. If you got $100, 100 New Zealand dollars, that is. I don't know how much the conversion rate is at the moment, but yeah, don't ever feel like you need to do that. It's so incredibly kind of you. I'll withdraw that for reset day for you. That's a lot in New Zealand money. Well, what's that in Australian? Oh, not Australian, in American. Oh, I've got my handy dandy buttons here. We'll switch over back here. What's that? USD convert. USD to NZD. That's $60. $60 US. That's still a lot. A good chunk. extremely nice of you. I do appreciate it. Extremely. Well, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Anyway, I will withdraw the money and we'll do it on stream tomorrow. We'll buy it. I think it ends up me needing to chip in a couple more dollars just to get the biggest pack. I think it is. I can't remember if this converts over to New Zealand dollars though. So it says $80, but I'm pretty sure that's $80 American. I'm gonna check the last time I bought it and see how it works. Because I budget so tightly, I have to just make sure that I do this right. So how much did came off last time? I explained to my partner last time I did it. Um, I've tried to explain that someone donated. Oh, so it's actually $80.99 New Zealand that came out. So that is so maybe the reason why it takes so long to load. So you know how you go here and then you scroll down and it takes so long to load. I'm starting to think the reason why that takes so long to load is because it's converting it into your local currency. Which would make sense why it takes so long because it's using. But nah, that wouldn't make sense because then these prices would change on a regular basis to how the exchange rate changes. Hmm, I don't know. Anyway, so I'll get we'll get the 14.5K one and then the 2,500K because that would add up to what 97 with a little bit of reverse. So I'll save the rest of it for another donation and then combine it. You should wait to buy Moonstones and Reset Day. Okay, we'll do that. We'll wait, but I'll get it out just so it's good to go. But yeah, the plan is like get those two. There might be a couple of dollars left over, but I'll put that into like a special account that just saves it for next time. I think it's something like $3 or $4 left over. But yeah, again, extremely kind. Anyway, I'm throwing off a lot. So what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? We'll go. Oh yeah, I'm trying to find the brown owl. Brown owl. Oh, there's a chest here. Yep. It does honestly mean a lot because now that I'm kind of in full savings mode of my own money, it's just I just don't have that expendable income to spend on the game or anything like that. So it really does help. There we go. Details. There we go. Done. All right. So the Porcellini, we might even be able to finish stuff right now. Let's try that. All right. So we're gonna switch over to here. Ink and oh, pick up what we can. Can't see the mushrooms, so we'll just use the vacuum. Oh, I'll go. Actually, no, we can turn on the sound again. If you have extra, add to the savings. I'll put it. How about this? I'll put it into a separate account, and we'll save it for anyone else that donates, and then we can just add that to that. So it'll be in my savings, but it'll be on a special account that I will use in the future. How about that? And it only ends up being like probably $3. So. And I've got my savings is on the right track right now, so it doesn't really need to be added more to it. I get paid today, so I'm actually rather excited to add more to it. I've gone to that age, I'm excited to add money to savings. And I keep on depositing that goddamn gems. Oh my god. Alright. Because you have to... There is one for inks, right? Yeah. Which is... I think it's a really hard one, actually. Yeah, that one's going to be a while. Oh, there we go. Cool. Alright. That's what...
How's it going? Oh,
Anyway. Up somewhere. Alright. Yeah, here we go. That's 3. Easy 3. I don't really get a lot of foraging bonuses anymore. They happen that often. Oh. Alright. Start with those. That's my stupid fairy area. And light. Let's see, these didn't grow properly, but waiting. I think I'm waiting for rain to actually come down. Alright, one last bit. So I just need 3 more. Yeah. damn, I'm not gonna hit it. Oh, I got so close. 399. It's just unfair. So close. Anyway, alright, we'll dump this. And we'll jump back over. Ooh, is that anything respawn? No. Alright. Dump the mushrooms off. Probably should do another button run. I got itch. Wow. There. Alright, cool. Alright. We'll jump over to here. One stack of those. Alright. So let's see, what do we want to do now? Maybe Pegasus, Pegasi. Seems to be the next one. Alright, so which baby Pegasi do we have? Well, that's at 6 PM, so that's not going to be a no. Blue, peach, blue and peach, fiery and mount. Is the blue one. Is it blue one? Ooh, which color am I looking? Yeah, I'm looking for blue. Hey, Spy. How you doing? Good to see a semi-regular around. We got a lot of people here today. Used to only like two or three people. Good healthy amount. There we go. Alright, now we find the peach one. Alright. Goodness, I'm up at 6:30 a.m. Yeah, I had there's something that's happened to me recently. It's happened in the last couple of months. Is I'm having trouble sleeping, and I'm waking up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and just can't fall back to sleep. And I go to bed at 11, and it's reaching a point where what I'm deciding to do is I'm not being able to go to sleep. So it ends up me just lying in bed, staring at my phone, scrolling. So instead, what I'm gonna do from now on is just start streaming and kind of just wear myself out a little bit. Where did it go? That's where I saw it there. Oh, he's over there. But yeah, I get how you feel. I'm just waking up to way too early, and you don't know why. It says meds. It's probably the meds, and I looked it up, and beta blockers and some things that I'm on do cause insomnia. It's just annoying because I've never really experienced insomnia before. My partner has, but I haven't. And it's not insomnia as in like I can't sleep at all. I do sleep, it's just not for extended periods of time. So it's rather annoying. Okay, what we'll do before we go any further? Oh, dump those off. Yeah, I fell asleep at midnight and woke up 30 minutes ago. Just ate hot cross buns for Christmas. You know, it's not a bad breakfast, though. I'm surprised you can actually still get hot cross buns after Easter. Seems like a thing that only sell hot cross buns around Easter, which don't make any bloody sense. I think that's a stack of 99, is it? Yeah, cool. Two of them. Alright. Oh no, oh, she was still. Hold up. Okay. No. Alright. Dive back to. Well, good morning to you, Spy. Yeah, Dad got 5 packs of 6. 5 packs of 6. And then my brother and sister-in-law, I think, gave us a pack of 24. Damn. Why are they giving you so many hot cross buns for? That's too many hot cross buns. I know some people eat, like, they really hate hot cross buns. I think it's just because some people hate raisins. Okay. Alright. So, next step. What's the next one on the list? Vanilla. Alright. Let's harvest some vanilla, right? Got this from Costco. Dad and I got from Woolies. Costco. Do we have a Costco in New Zealand? Costco. Indeed. No, we do. Not know we had a Costco in New Zealand. How the hell do we have a Costco in New Zealand? Is there more than one Costco or just New Zealand? And just in Auckland? Open 10 a.m. Ah, I did not know there was a Costco in New Zealand. Well, you learn something every day, eh? Your brother and sister-in-law live out in West Auckland. Ah, okay. That makes sense. God. I mean, I would buy stuff in bulk if I had the storage. I think the problem is that we rent, so we don't really have a lot of storage in the house. So even if we want to buy in bulk and like save money, we've got nowhere to put it. And that's half our problem. Actually, no. We should tag the one where I'm doing so I don't lose track. Alright, doing that one. Yeah, they have a massive pantry. Yeah, it's a little bit different if you've got the room for it. See, even if there was a Costco I could go to, I wouldn't be able to put it anywhere. Wouldn't be any point. Oh. Oh. Out of the way. Let's check up there. Hello there. I mean, it does help having a massive pantry. Probably it's great to even just own a house. I've kind of ruled out that possibility. Cool. All right. Yeah, I think we did all we could do there. Just to make sure. Nope, hasn't responded. Those are the ones I want, I think. I think it's these ones is the one I need for the fence that I want to make. I almost finished the Park Fest events, but I got tired of fishing for blue buttons. I found the blue button ones probably the easiest ones to do because you could just stand in the same spot and it will just respawn. Um, the um, the node that you have to fish from, you don't actually need to move. You can just stay in the same spot. So I mean, just before it took me like what 10, 20 minutes to get like a stack of 99 of them. All you have to do is stay in the same spot. But I mean, if you ever need a stack of them, you can always come round to me Valley and take some. But then again, the parks event's still like what another 10 days, so you got time. 10 days is it? Hello, 15 days. You got 15 days to go. You got plenty of time. And I'm just doing that one at the moment, so I'll be able to finish that tomorrow. I haven't voted yet. Mythological cheek? Cheek? I don't know. Click. I don't know. Neither of these are mythological at all. I don't like skipping. Skipping feels like a dick move. Did that one because that was very similar to the one I did. At least those the wings look mythological. That one's good. I like that one. That one's similar to me. I'm annoyed how similar to me is. That one's definitely the wrong one. Someone got the wrong memo on that one. Alright, but I'm gonna go for that one anyway. Got that one. I mean, I think the people that have the expansion have a little bit of an advantage. I like the Dragonfire thing. That's a good shot, though. That's actually a good shot. I like that one. That one's cool. Neither of these really. But I'll go for that one. Alright, there, we're done. We're done. Oh, I've got that one. Sneakily. I think the hardest one, yeah, the hardest ones are the red ones. I do agree. It's just because no, I think the hardest one's the green ones because the green ones you only can get 20 of them a day because it's just daily. So I would say the green ones would be the hardest to get. I don't have stacks or anything, do I? No. Alright. What next? Alright, we've done that one. We've done that one. We've done that one. We're back to the vegetables. What is the goddamn vegetables in it? Well, there we go. Well, only a bit of it is actually ready to harvest. So how about we just do a little bit that is ready for it? Because I'm waiting for it to rain so all these crops get water at the same time. Because they can't be bothered just moving them. There you go. Alright, so we'll skip that. Well, we'll not really skip it. We'll put that on hold. Alright, feed the baby dragons. Alright. Let's go get the gems. Yeah, doing Scrooge and Mirabelle face quests too. Yeah, I'm waiting because you have to wait 2 days for every quest to do. So I think the only popcorn bucket I don't have yet is the minecart one. I've got all the others because a lot of it's carried over from last year. But I think it's 2 years now. Would be. What am I doing? Right. Split it. Now the key to it is to remember not to keep depositing goddamn things. I tried to trick the photos with the squirrels, didn't work, but yeah, there wasn't really a way around the squirrel one, which is why they gave you the Doug bucket for free, because I think they realized they kind of mucked up a little bit there. But I don't think so. I think like the problem that I have with the Dreamlight Valley community, it's the reason why I hate the community so much, is anytime anything is hard or difficult to obtain, everyone complains about it. It's like it's a game. It's you're not meant to get every single thing. If something's a little bit challenging, if it's behind a paywall, it's a bit different. But this wasn't behind a paywall. It's a bit more of a challenging quest for an item to obtain, and that should be okay. But because it wasn't, everyone kicked up a fuss, and then they ended up giving it for free. And I'm a little bit gutted because that means they're going to learn from that and go, all right, we can't make things challenging. We can't make things challenging, and everything has to be simple and easy and dumb. I like to be challenged too. And I like having needing to note down the idea of the time that the squirrel spawned and making sure I get that right and doing it, you know? And it just really bothers me that anytime they introduce anything like that, they all complain about it and they all say it's unfair and Gameloft do better and all that shit. And I'm just like, it's reaching a point where I'm really bothered by it because that means that all that's going to happen is they're going to dumb down the quests. And I don't want them to dumb down the quests. One did I just look? I think it's the purple one. Yeah, beanstalk marshes. Alright. If I get stuck, I get stuck. And look at and if you miss out on the item, you miss out on the item. That's what makes the item special. If you don't have time to get it this year, you can get it next year, and if you miss out, you miss out. And also, it gives a reason to go to somebody else's valley if they've got something that you don't, so you can check it out and look at it. I don't know. Maybe I just come from a different generation. I stopped looking at the Trello forms. It's stressing me out. I mean, I don't. It doesn't stress me out when I see those things. I just get disappointed. I'm disappointed because, and then if I see some action by Gameloft or any company, this is not really a Dreamlight Valley thing, but see the action by the company that essentially caves into the demands or whatever. It just bothers me because I know that next time they're not going to make it challenging or like that again. And I like time things. I like the fact things are a little bit difficult to obtain, and that sometimes you need to plan logging into the game at a certain time. It just sucks. That's all. One line of it, it just sucks, and the game quality loses in that sense. And the attempt to get all the items, or people in the quest to get all the items of a player trying to get everything, they've made the game easier and worse. And I don't think they even realize it. As long as they're happy, they don't realize it. Alright, next one is seafood. Alright. I like how they made Star Pass longer with more duties. I do agree with that. I think it was smart of them going, alright, we know people complete this really, really quickly. But they also don't like it when we make the duties too challenging. That extends the star path. So the way they got around it is they added more simple duties, but added the bonus reward section. So they can turn around and go, hey, you can, if you don't have, we've got the basic one, star path. But if you finish it sooner, you get this as bonus award. So if people turn around and complain that they don't have enough time to get the bonus rewards, they can then the devs can easily go, well, that's the point of the bonus rewards is if you've got the time, you can get these rewards. It's not to say that everyone will be able to obtain those rewards, and then they can get around of adding more into it. And I think that's been really smart. I think it's really smart to also add a home, a dreams, like a house style, because they typically don't include that kind of stuff. I don't really like the fact that these are just palette color palette changes. I would like to see these a little bit more unique, maybe in the future, because I think the umbrella, yeah, the umbrella is a palette swap as well. It would be good to see them like make the bonus rewards more unique and stand out a little bit, but it's definitely a start, and I like it. Yeah, I finished mine too, and I think that's a nice way of pleasing the two sides, and I think that it's quite smart for them to do it that way. I just read my camera's a tidbit off. What am I doing anyway? Oh, dragon? Yeah, I was doing the dragon thing. Stop marshes. Alright. Wait, did I feed the dragon? I can't remember if I fed the dragon. I fed one dragon. Oh no, I did feed the dragon. Never mind. Yeah, feed the dragon, and then what did I do? I got distracted. Oh, seafood. Yeah, that was it. I was doing the seafood one. Anyway. I did unlock Alice and Chachar to do the just to do the star paths. I mean, yeah, well, that's the point of having the bonus ones, because technically, if you didn't do those, you could still complete the main star path. So I'm glad they're doing that. So I'm glad they're learning. I think one thing that they should do is, instead of just reintroducing items into the shop, they should be letting people buy star pass and do historical star pass. Mainly because the content's already there. So that they're not exactly needing to do more work for it. But they could also sell them and make more money. So it seems really weird, because I think they're still using FOMO to make money, and I don't think the age of FOMO in gaming is dying. And they need to introduce ways of people to be able to pick up the game without feeling behind or feeling like they've missed out. And I think that's what makes games a little bit more daunting, the established games a bit more daunting to jump into it, because a lot of people feel like if you're not jumped in at the start, you're not going to be able to catch up. And I think more games need to add in ways to catch up. And that Dreamlight Valley is slowly changing in that direction with the inclusion of the items in the shop, but they need to get away from that. Give the ability for people to buy Star Pass, previous Star Pass, and just let them have it. And then a new player picking up the game today, Gameloft could make so much money. A new person picking up the game today could buy all the Star Pass. I think there's about 8 of them. Hold up. Star Path. How many Star Paths are there? There's a lot of Star Paths now. I just want to see. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 including the one that we're doing right now. So if we say 16, how much would you charge for a Star Path? Let's say the equivalent of $10. That's $160 that they could make off somebody. And obviously they're not going to pay $160 up front. It'll be like, I want to do the Pixar Star Pass, so I'm going to pay $10 here. That could last them a good couple of weeks of content. And then later they pay another $10, another couple of weeks, another $10. Over time, they will make $160. Not only will engagement for the game go up, it also will keep people playing the new content that comes up, because over the time of them completing those old Star Pass, new ones would come out or new characters will come out, and then they'll be distracted doing those, so that will last you longer. Either way, the long game of Banhammer. Oh, well, who got banned? I don't even see that anymore because it blocks it for me. Oh yeah, it's another one. Sorry to sell that. Anyway, I think the long game, like, in the long run, it's the smart thing to do. I just don't know whether they can get the execs on board to actually understand that and go with it. All right, we'll switch back up there. There's a bot. Yeah, I don't see the bot anymore. I agree with FOMO dying, with people struggling to pay rent and bills, and many people can't afford these decorations. In fact, I'm getting to the point where I don't want these decorations anymore. I don't need any more houses. Yeah, I think the pricing, I think this still is too high. I think it was high. That I mean, the pricing is coming down. I think the pricing was could be justified of being so high because it was relatively new content or new stuff, and it was a new thing. It's a new thing in the shop. It's a premium items felt premium. I think now there's so much of premium content out, and so many ways you can buy premium content now. They need to bring down the pricing, and also introduce the Star Path ability, and then they'll make money, and also it will bring people back to the game because they won't feel like they've missed out on anything. And $10 every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on how quickly they get through the Star Path, isn't that much, even in today's economy. I mean, it is much if it's like a subscription side of it, but this is $10 that is adding to your enjoyment of the game, and you're getting a lot of items for that. See, if you just pay $10 for like a ton of items, you're probably gonna do it. I finished Star Path within 2 weeks to spare until the next one, wherever it's going to be. I had 18 quests to complete. Now it's 13. I have 8 to unlock, so technically 21 in sidebar. Yeah, and I think that's the thing is people see how many quests they have here and just freak out. But the point of this game is you're supposed to take your time with it. You're not supposed to speedrun it. And there's no reason to rush it. So I think what they need to do is maybe find a better way of showing this so it doesn't feel like you have to do these quests. I think they need to put it in a way of like, you can complete these quests if you want to. Alright, now that's done. Where's the seafood? Cook for it's 100. Oh god. Alright. Put another batch on. Easiest way to complete it. Alright, Mr. Tanker. You have a good week yourself. And I'll see you when I see you. If I see you. Alright, we'll go dump these strawberries. I can't do quests while on Star Path. If I do quests, I forget about Star Path. Even a week before the Star Path ends. Just need to cheat my moonstone's greater rewards. Yeah. I mean, so again, that comes into the whole. If you take the FOMO out of it, I don't think you'd stress too much about it. If you knew the Star Path doesn't end when you get a Star Path, because that's the thing. Like the idea that I had in my head about being able to do Star Paths whenever you want, it should have an end date, as in like that's the last day you can. Oh no, just get rid of the end date for a Star Path. Get rid of the end date and just say this is when a new Star Path is going to become available. Oh crap! I deposited the goddamn rubies again. Damn autopilot. I mean, yeah. I think the one thing that you do that there's evidence for anyway that Dreamlight Valley has done well with is adapting to how the direction of the current gaming landscape, and I think that was evident when they chose not to go free to play for Dreamlight Valley. They saw that free to play games do not do well in the current environment. Live service games are, I wouldn't say dying, they're not surviving. Let's just say that. They're definitely not surviving. So Dreamlight Valley has made an attempt to move away from that model, and I think to be fair, I think they've done it successfully. They're still releasing updates for the base game. They're releasing expansion packs, which have been fairly successful. There's still a healthy player base. Like, I don't. I'm gonna check right now. All right, we'll try this. Hold on. Let's look up Dreamlight Valley, right? As a category. Right now, there's 827 viewers. I don't know if that's good, but it is a very low peak time. But still, healthy amount of channels. You know, you got 100, maybe not a lot, but I think it's healthy-ish. Why is everyone having birthday? Birthday-a-thon, birthday month, birthday stream. What's with everyone's freaking birthdays? How dare they be happy? Where are we? Where are we? I know this is a little bit egotistical. There, right? I'm like 20th down. They're right there. My bald head. There's my bald head. Funny. But yeah, I mean, I think they've been relatively successful to stay relevant. In my opinion, anyway. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm looking for buttons. I hate cheating rewards with my moonstones. Frustrating. I hate cheating the rewards with moonstones. It's frustrating me. Whenever Star Path happens, I spend 100 New Zealand dollars in the game. I hate it. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. I mean, if FOMO's taken out of it, and so you don't need to spend those extra moonstones on those tokens to complete the Star Path, I think that would change things as well. Because you're more likely to spend that $100 and play the game longer if they offered other Star Paths to do, or be able to kind of do it for another way. I think, yeah, it's a lot of money. I've never bought tokens for a Star Path before. I've typically finished it. I think the only one I didn't finish was right after when I got back from my from hospital. I think it was the Monsters Inc. one. I just didn't have time to complete them all because I was in hospital the whole time. I didn't have a gaming computer because I don't have a gaming laptop. I think that's the only one I didn't complete, but I didn't use tokens even then. I play Star Pass and Surf the Shop. I think they could, you know, I do think that is. I think they could do a lot better. In their monetization, I think they can do it a lot better. I wish Blue Chest get 100 moonstones. That would be nice. I think they do definitely need to update it to give out more. I think 50 is too weak. I think especially if you're not good at Dream Snaps, because I don't like doing Dream Snaps, to be honest. It's not my thing. But it's the only way you can earn moonstones in the current environment. It's pretty much just find blue chests or vote. Those are the only two avenues to do it. And that kind of sucks. It kind of sucks for people like myself. I would like another way. I would love for them to, and I think we talked about it earlier, like that Mickey Mouse Club idea that everyone can join a community and you can donate towards maybe a weekly goal. So like maybe this weekly goal, it's all about donating wood. So like say dry wood. And if you donate enough wood in a month, you get X amount of moonstones as a reward, divided within all the members of the community that is, you know, joined in that club. So let's say there's 1,000 moonstones on offer, and there's 5 people, and you donate enough wood, those 1,000 moonstones are divided between the five. So that means the more people you put in the club, the less moonstones everyone gets. And there could be tiers as well. So like the first tier is 1,000, then 2,000, 3,000, and so forth. Something like that. Because I'm good at grinding. I can grind until I'm blue in the face. That's fine. But obviously they can't do that if people are cheating. So it kind of defeats the purpose. Maybe that's why they're cracking down on the cheaters. Alright, I think we're done with the button searching for now. Where's can you play it? Worse because I play on Steam, so Dreamlight Valley is pricey. How is it pricey? Did they charge a little bit extra? Oh, it is 7 o'clock. I need to do my meds and my... Switching over to my bag. They're cracking down on Treasure Island. I'm glad they are. I'm glad they are. I don't understand how everyone could justify... I think there's too much fear mongering in the community at the same time, is because they ban some people from multiplayer. There are people out there that heard that they were banning people that just visited a treasure island and now are scared to use multiplayer. And I think those people need to grow the fuck up, because that wasn't what they were doing. And even the ones that did say they were banned and they weren't cheating, from what I've heard, if they appealed, they got the ban reversed, but a lot of them didn't get it reversed because what they said wasn't true. So I think they people just need to calm the fuck down. Sorry, that beeping's probably annoying. I'm sorry. It helps. I have to deal with that every day. So you want big camera? Hold on. There we go. Big camera. Big camera can look at my bag. There you go. That's my bag. I'm untangling it.
Okay, people look alive. Rise and shine.
There you go. And why we got a big camera here? Oh, I'll show you. Well, this is my new bag of meds. My big bag of meds. I have it under my table so I can get it whenever I need it. Alright, there you go. There's your big cam for you. I want to get a permanent big cam set up. So eventually, I'm going to get a new camera for the stream. But eventually, what I'm going to do is have this camera, like, here. And then once in a while, I will switch to that camera. You know how what? Oh, it's not staying in place. I will blue tack this goddamn thing. Hold up. It's not working, but every time I'll be looking over here, I can switch over to that camera and then switch back. With the Steam Deck, I'll switch back and forth. Well, it's gonna fall down. I don't know if you've seen my room before. Hold up. This is where the camera normally is. Well, back here, and I'll give you a tour. So behind it, I got my models up here. I got the models up there. Over there, I got my Ninja Turtle playset from 1988 or whatever, 87, whenever I bought it. I got my mic stand here. This is my mic stand. These are all my comics. You already know that. That's my wall of Well, not wall. That's my display. Those are my Ninja Turtle miniature figurines. All there, and those are all my models down there. Can't really see them. Got my books here. Got my models there. That's the Lord of the Rings thing. Up here, I don't know if you can ever see that. If you look up there, those are 2023 Ninja Turtles still in its original packaging. So I normally, yeah, you normally can't see the mate because you're about here. I know you can kind of see it at the top. Over there is all my board games and stuff, and my models and my painting. I've got a little painting tray over there. Over there's my Halo helmet. That's the door. That's a Ninja Turtle cross stitch that my sister made. That little framed one over there. I can show you. Hold on, I'll show you that a bit closer because it looks pretty cool. Hold on. There you go. There you go. There you go. That was the tour of my room. All right, I'm gonna get a coffee now, so everyone can chill out and talk to themselves for a little bit while I go get a coffee. All right. So I'll be back in two. Sorry, I keep on burping. All right, I'll be back in 2 seconds after I get a coffee. I have to push the right button. All right, I'll be back in a sec. we're back. Well, can we do a fundraiser for your gaming laptop so you can have it when you play in hospital? I feel comfortable doing a fundraiser. Maybe like, I mean, I'm considering getting myself a Steam Deck, but then I realize I can't play a Steam Deck because this is the Xbox version. So I did consider that, but I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing a fund. Maybe if like the only fundraiser I feel comfortable doing on stream will probably be like for charity. Maybe fundraising for the place I stay at. We're up there as Hardy Towers. It's something we can donate money to. Um, just get a gaming laptop if I can afford it. If I have enough savings, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't. I feel it's hard enough for me to accept money as it is, let alone like fundraising like $1,000+ in order to get a gaming laptop. So it's a nice thought, but I don't think I could bring myself to do it. And that's just me. That's just I just wouldn't feel comfortable unless you're a billionaire. If you're a billionaire and you gave me a laptop, I'm not going to complain. But I'm pretty sure none of us are billionaires. Or if you are, you haven't said anything. There's a good chance Yasmin's probably a billionaire. Just like she secretly gets married, she's just secretly a billionaire. Anyway. What should we work on? Goose. Oh, I mean, we haven't done the goose. That's ready again, so I guess I could do that. Only £300 for a Steam Deck. Well, over here, let's see. I actually haven't checked it for a while, how much a Steam Deck is. The camera's slightly off. There you go. Well, it's because I was messing around with it. Alright, well, we just need to do it and not tell him. I don't think that really works that way. Alright, we'll go over here. It's Steam Deck. There we go. So, and then we go NZD to UK dollar. Cool. So, first ones to come out was that Steam Deck. That's $1,369. So $1,369. So that's £610. And that's for the 512 GB one. Looks like that's the cheapest though. We did that. It's not even a Steam Deck. There's the MS. Oh no, that's Steam. That's a Steam Deck. So there you go. It's a bit more over here. What's the cost of? Oh, it depends on the gaming laptop. Like, if I was gonna buy a gaming laptop, I would buy a decent one. So, like, don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'm fine. Stop it. You all should stop it right now. Stop being nice. We live in 2026. We're all supposed to be evil and just outgrow ourselves. Stop it all of you. And I don't have a big commute. Just stop. Just stop. Stop. Anyway, we're gonna go back to playing the game. I'm gonna ignore what that. Yeah. All right. We'll tick this over. Running out of mist again, but oh, cool. Well, that's nearly got to the 3,000 mark. I have a selfish reason I want you to stream while... I'm not going to be able to stream while I'm in hospital. Like, there's not a lot of privacy. We don't get private rooms. There's no private rooms. I mean, when I'm up there in recovery, I'll be in a room with my partner. In one room. We share one room. We can do whatever we want. You can do what you want, but I also can just be difficult about it. So I can keep an eye on you. You don't need to keep an eye on me. It's fine. And it probably shouldn't be the focus either. So, that off for out. It's fine. And to be honest, after everything I went through, it probably should be time with me and my partner just in the recovery and just trying to be okay. So I appreciate the thought, but don't worry about it. And the schedule's pretty rigorous as well. I will say once I get back, I will try and stream a bit more while I'm in recovery, and that will be my way of trying to get back into my normal day-to-day routine. So anyway, I've done the hours. I think I've done everything, and I think I just need to start grinding out the mining ones. The mining ones suck. Pure ice. Alright, we're gonna have to do that one. Pure ice and star sapphires. Oh well. You gotta start somewhere. Alright, we'll have to find someone. I think Ursula is a miner. Yes, once I get back, I'm planning on 6 months off. Now, if I'm able to achieve that with my savings and have 6 months off, I can guarantee you I will be doing a whole month where I pretend to be a full-time streamer. So that'd be streaming every day for a good probably 5 hours, 6 hours. I don't know what how many hours does a normal streamer? Right. How many hours does a full-time streamer do? 42 to 60 hours per week. So like basically a full work week. So I will plan out a full work week. So Monday to Friday, my time, streaming. It'll be about 8 hours a day. We'll do that. And that's a full work week. And maybe I'll do some on Saturday. I'll do like YouTube shorts or whatever, and just treat it like a job for a whole month. If I'm able to hit my 6 month goal of savings, and that'd be my little kind of way of trying to get back to normal. Because also keep in mind, I'm going to be my immunity is going to be suppressed, so I'm not going to be able to leave the house for a year. So it's going to be a very long time. So streaming is going to be my way of getting my social fix, you could say. So I won't have a lot to do, and I would want as much normalcy as possible. So, because I'm going to be completely honest, I'm fucking terrified about the whole thing. Imagine someone ripping your literal heart out of your chest, shoving someone else's heart into it, and hoping it works. It's not exactly like the most unterrifying thing in the freaking world. And everyone's like tries to like play it down a little bit. It's like, you guys do it. Like, I don't want to do it. You fucking do it. So, I mean, there is a chance that it won't work as well. You know, I'm fully aware of that. It's just those weird things that weigh on your mind a little bit. Probably should use a potion for this, shouldn't I? So I'm gonna get a potion. Hold on. And back you went AFK. That's alright. That's alright. Still got another half an hour before I finish for the day. Went to make another hot cross bun. I would eat a hot cross bun right now if I could. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we're gonna see whether this potion makes any effect. So I'm on 64 right now. Let's see. And your partner work remote while you are recovering so she can stay with you. She stays with me anyway. One of the rules is a support person has to come with you. So you don't really have a choice with it. There isn't a way around that. It's part of the conditions of being on the hard transplant list, is that you have to have a support person to come with you. And it's all paid for as well. All the travel expenses are paid for by the government, so it's that bit of the equation is not that bad. Look, that's done. Not really going to have a lot of mist left, but oh well. That's still... Oh no, that's a little star sapphire. Should really check. What is my Starfit Sapphire's at 58. Alright. I have to keep note of that. Where is the next? Oh, there's a note in there, alright. Well, again, what was it? 58, alright. So, see how much. $58 and now it's 61. So I guess the potion does have an effect. Well, that's good. Maybe I should just do the potions more often. Should help speed this up a little bit. I'm getting a lot of pure ice though. Yeah, Starfire 62. I only got one out of that. Moss. But what we'll do is on the 20th of December, if I still haven't got my heart, I'm going to be doing a fundraiser for something. I'm not sure why. I'm either going to do it for the... I can't remember what the place is called. It's not a hostel. It's the end of life care place. I don't know what's it called, but that was where my brother-in-law passed away at. Or I'll do a fundraiser for the residents' Hardy Towers up in Auckland is where we stay, because it does run off a very limited budget that is given by the government for transplant patients. So the place that I stay at is called Hardy Towers, and it looks after everyone that is my particular condition, but also people that have had heart transplants, single and double lung transplants, and basically you just stay there until when you come up for checks and stuff, you stay there. But they work on a very limited budget, so the facilities aren't the best, and it definitely could use for some sprucing up, because the shit that I've seen people go through there breaks my heart a little bit, of some of the struggles they have with. And the last thing you don't want to go through this at all. But to also not be in a very comfortable environment at the same time where you can just relax and just chill sucks as well. So it's not something you want anyone to go through. That's 67 now. Didn't actually track how much that dropped. But it feels like the potions do work. I don't know if that's just a I'm making that up. Alright, so I got 67 and 67 and 4 and 62. Nothing drops. What does my partner do for work? I don't think she'd be happy for me to say anything to that. So I'm going to decline to answer. Really for my safety. I don't piss her off. She's a very private person. The fact I say as much as I do on stream, if she knew what I've said, she'd probably murder me. Let's just say that. Even though I haven't said a lot, she's a very private person. And I have told her a few things that I have said, and she's okay with it. She's not entirely comfortable. She just doesn't want me to say too much about her. I can say her name and moderate things about it. She just doesn't like that kind of thing. And if you knew why, you would understand. Let's just say that. So this should be a star sapphire one. So 62. Alright, let's see how many that is after this. Oh no, that was pure ice. Oh yeah, that's a good healthy meal. You're still waiting for your orthopedic surgery. I'm still on the waiting list to have your gastromenus recession leg surgery. Well, that's a word. Gastro isn't intestinal. How's that leg surgery though? Because gastro is like intestines, I think. Alright. Gonna have to Google this. Gastro. Gastrorecession is a surgical procedure that lengthens the gastrocnemius muscle, one of the calf muscles, to relieve tightness and improve ankle flexibility. This can help reduce pain and improve a range of motion in the foot or ankle. I thought gastro was intestinal. Never mind. I was completely wrong about that. There we go. Now the other one. That's how I got confusion. It's now almost 300 plus days without waiting. Well, to be honest, based off the description there, it doesn't seem like it's emergency surgery, and that's probably why it's on the waiting list. Because keep in mind that, you're not dying. I know that's not really much comfort. It's just how that's how they gauge it. As long as you're not dying, you're on the waiting list. If you are dying, you get pushed up in the front of the queue. And that's the public health system for you. And that's why it needs more funding. But instead governments like to cut funding. For some reason, they're like, oh, wait times are really bad in the healthcare system. I know. We give them less money. That should fix the problem. Oh no, it didn't fix the problem. It must not be us then. We're not the issue. Like, I don't understand government sometimes. I work for a government, and I don't understand it. I know, solve things, less money. If they did have surgeon, then lost my bed, then staff, then lost the surgeon, lost the date. Yeah, a lot of like the problem is they just don't have the money for it, and they keep on getting cuts. I mean, I went up for my last check. I went up for a right heart catheter study a few months ago, and they couldn't even get me a bed. I had to sit on a seat while I waited for a needle to be shoved down my neck. Eventually, they moved me. They had to move me to the bed for the actual procedure, but waiting for the procedure, I didn't have a bed. I had to sit in a chair, and it's all because of the cuts. And it sucks. Like people in this situation shouldn't be made worse and stressed. And that's why I don't really understand. Like, how does cutting services to healthcare improve service? Like every single time, governments cut healthcare funding and then expect healthcare to improve. It doesn't make any sense. It's like someone punching you in the gut and expect them to say thanks for it. This, it annoys me. It really does bother me. I need a. Where's Stitchy? Can't. Wait, do I have to farm Molten as well? Or is that. No, if it's just Pure Ice, Star Sapphire, and Opal. I'm not going to waste my hammer on that, even though I really want to. Oh. Stitch. Oi. There. You just need a bit of a nudge. Alright, let's dump some stuff off. Oh, there's a stack of those. First time I've got a stack of those. This needs another table. There we go. Yeah, it should be alright. Alright, let's dive back. over to, let's go here. Yeah, I had another surgery. They didn't have a bed. They didn't want me to stay overnight. After they said it was already approved, I get there. They called my dad to come pick me up. He didn't want to. Your dad. He doesn't drive in the rain. What the point of cars, isn't it? One of the points of the cars isn't so you don't need to walk in the goddamn rain. Especially at the city hospital, they offered to send a taxi. They offered to send a taxi. He said no. What? So at that point, it's less about not wanting to drive in the rain. It's the fact that he just didn't want to come. Dick. Sorry, Dad was being a dick. Like, he didn't want to. He doesn't drive in the rain. I'm sorry, that's negated by the fact that he denied using the taxi to get there. Doesn't make any sense at that point. We planned an overnight stay, packed bag. It was stressing me out. Yeah, it's unneeded stress. The whole mess. The whole mess was 5 hours wait past your appointment time just because they couldn't find a bed. They couldn't let me go home. And yeah, of course they could. Because, I mean, you could pass out and then you'd be screwed. That was definitely the right call. You should never be, like, if you're being discharged early, and essentially that's what you're being discharged early, you can't go home alone. I mean, you could have a number of different side effects and things go wrong. You know, there's so many things that could go wrong. It's weird that your dad didn't want to help, though. Yeah. No, your dad didn't want to help you at all. Yeah. And not driving in the rain. Yeah, even not driving in the rain. Okay, I can understand it. Some people don't feel comfortable driving in the dark or driving in the rain. But the fact of, like, he didn't want to come even if they were going to pay for a taxi. At that point, there's a different excuse, a different reason why they didn't want to come. And not to bag on your dad, but it's kind of a dick move. Unless he's, like, disabled himself. But, I mean, you're the one that just needs a bit of care. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. Oops, that was wrong. I need a money buddy. The fact that they did offer, though, you know, you have to give them a little bit of credit for that. And the fact that they offered you to get a taxi, to pay for your dad to come. They totally didn't have to do that.
Life's full of tough choices, isn't it?
They totally didn't need to as well. Oh, we'll go over here. He gets paranoid, impatient. So now my brother had to pick me up in the morning before he went to work. I think my dad was scared, and his pride is the worst. And hey, hops. Yeah, I get that, but sometimes things matter a little bit more than yourself, and that's essentially what it came down to. He put himself in front of you. There's not much of I'm sure he's great in other ways. Just that way right there, he failed as a father. Because one of the things about being a parent, you just have to push your own needs aside and put your kid first. That's just the nature of how that works. Yeah, I mean, we get you may understand it, and there's nothing wrong with understanding it and acknowledging why they did it. It's another thing to excuse it and say that's okay because of his pride, blah blah blah. It's not okay, there's so many people that don't say that out loud because they're worried about upsetting somebody. But at the end of the day, the reason why we're in this goddamn mess when it comes to pride and all that is because no one calls out the shitty behavior. And also acknowledging that it's okay to do these things. At the same time, it's okay to be vulnerable, and that's why, you know, the suicide rate in New Zealand, especially in young males, is so high. Is because people don't have honest discussions and say, "Hey, it's okay," and it's okay to you know, to put your pride aside and have these discussions and shit. My dad gave up with my hospital appointments. He's the worst at hospitals. He's been doing it all my life. I was in and out of Starship. I think it was because it was Auckland Hospital. Green Lane, sure, he thinks that's far. Well, Green Lane is the hospital that I go to. So Hardy Towers is based in Green Lane Hospital. And my dad, apparently, when I was in my coma earlier last year, my dad had a very, very hard time with it, apparently. My partner told me that when he came in to see me, you could tell he was visibly upset and he couldn't handle it. So he came in, looked at me, and apparently left very quickly. And he's very much the same as it sounds like your father. He's very prideful, but he would put down things and come to see me. He put down his things and came to see me all the way from Wellington to Auckland for it. And I get the whole in and out of hospital, all that stuff. I get that, but it's not exactly easy for you. And it feels like you don't go every single time. He doesn't go every single time. This was a very unique scenario. I don't know. I know I'm bagging on your dad a little bit, but it just feels like it shouldn't be something that should be glazed over, and it should be at least a discussion of it's not right. Because sometimes you just have to suck it up and be a father, or suck it up and be a parent, or suck it up and be a friend. Sometimes you have to suck things up because it's the right thing to do, regardless of whether you want to do it or not. Sometimes the hardest thing to do in life is the right thing. And that's the same with like not just like your personal life, like in government and in all things in life. Sometimes the hardest thing is the right thing. Like the hardest thing to do for government right now is to put funding into social programs. That is the hardest thing to do because you have to justify it. You have to basically give money to people that won't be receiving this money. Like I will give $5 in my taxes, and that money will go to somebody else. And convincing the public that's the right thing to do, and that's a hard thing to do. But it's the right thing to do because if you expect everybody to have exactly the same advantages as everyone else, or everyone to be on the level playing field, or expect everybody to never have any bad luck and always be able to, pull their bootstraps up and make it out of a bad situation, then you're an idiot because that's not true. No one can do that. We know now enough about mental health and about how that all works is when some people have a bit of bad luck, it spirals. And if no one's there to help them get out of it, they won't get out of it. And sadly, it will get worse to a point where other people will be hurt or even worse themselves. And the whole point of being a society is helping those people when they hit rock bottom. And that's why the ones that are really, really wealthy should be paying more in their taxes to help those people. Because eventually, we want to be in a society that we don't hate living in it. And at the moment, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. It's because it feels like we're not moving forward. So if you're giving benefits to other people, like free healthcare and all that stuff, at least it feels like society is improving and growing. Because at least you can go to the hospital and be okay. At least if you get in trouble, you're going to be okay. But, I don't know. I went on a bit of a tangent there, but hopefully that made sense. I'm lucky to have a great dad. He drove me 3 hours to pick me up from uni when lockdown started and 3 hours back. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Then the worst thing with hospitals is the parking kiosks. I don't think, as someone that was trapped in a hospital for 3 months, that's not the worst thing about hospitals. The worst thing about hospitals, in my opinion, is the goddamn food. Because after a while, if I have to have badly microwaved mac and cheese one more goddamn time, I'm going to go back in time, invent a time machine, go back in time, and kill the person who came up with macaroni and cheese. Just so that event never freaking occurs to me. But I get what you mean. That was over a mini rant. I was thinking about hospitals, it's the parking kiosk. He doesn't understand it. I do. It's okay. My dad doesn't like being proven wrong. My dad's got that as well. He called my brother to do it just because he works near the Sky Tower. Yeah, I think I think that's the thing. If you want to be a successful parent, put your pride aside because eventually your kid's got to find that and learn more than you, and you got to be okay with it. And that's I think that's the case with every parent. And I haven't been a parent, but I've got a feeling is eventually you get to a point where your kid knows more than you in something, and you have to put your pride aside and accept it. Otherwise, it's going to eat you alive, and your relationship with them is going to suffer. That's my opinion, even though I'm not a parent and have no parenting experience.
Never forget kindness can
Yes, my dad does have heart disease. He's on medication. I won't name them. He's probably on the same ones I am. But he's just despite being told he's sick, even though he is. Yeah, my dad's like that. He's got diabetes, and he's too stubborn to actually go to the doctor when he's feeling down. I think he's got a little bit better now. He's realizing his age, but yeah. See, this is the problem with men. This is the problem with. I'm going to go on a men rant. The problem with men is that we get up ourselves, and we never lose that teenage invincible feeling, unless you talk about your shit when you're young. Now, if you talk about your shit when you're young, you realize you're vulnerable, and you realize you're not invincible, and you don't end up being stupid and making stupid decisions. But if you don't, and you get into this egotistical, I'm invincible kind of mindset, when you get sick, when anything serious happens, you think you can handle it, and you don't ask for help. And then, sometimes, you're able to handle it, and you get out of it. But if you don't, things get worse, and you won't admit it, and then you double down on it, and then it gets even worse, and it's just and you end up spiraling. It's not sick. I do worry about it. I was standing outside the house and he was paying because the sea was shaking up the ladder. Yeah. My dad's exactly the same. My dad's exactly the same. And luckily, my brother's a tradie, so he does ask him to do a few things around the house, which is a bit unfair because my brother has a young family and stuff. But I guess it stops him from doing it. He never asked me for help before. Definitely not going to ask for me for help now. Even now, like now, it's just like completely stopped him asking me. Hospital food is disgusting. Yes, I got to go home, play during my belly. My dad died from a heart attack because he never went to the doctor. Yeah, we don't want that. I mean, what's the point in improving modern medicine if you don't use it? And that's my stance on vaccinations as well. Vaccinations have proven that it works. So if you don't take vaccinations, what's the point of even improving medical science? There isn't any point, because you're not going to use it. So, my dad is afraid of needles. My brother had to be held down to get his done. God damn. They both clocked the nurses. See, that's not good. If they go to get an injection and then they punch a nurse because they can't handle a little prick, they are weaker than a normal man. They are weaker than a human being. It's pathetic, to be honest. That's the definition of weakness, right there. The definition of weakness is what you just described. That is absolutely ridiculous. You're used to it. Whether you're used to it or not, doesn't make it right. I've been poked to prod since I told I'm not afraid of needles. Yeah, but that is scum behavior. If I ever fucking saw that, oh sorry, I shouldn't swear. I'm getting heated. If I ever saw someone do that in real life, it would be extremely hard for me to not do anything in that situation. I would call them the fuck out. Oh, that infuriates me. They clocked a nurse for getting a little needle in there that they knew they were getting. Oh, God. And you wonder why there's nurses quitting all the time because of abuse. You know how many stories? I heard a lot of stories of nurses quitting because of the physical abuse. And they wonder why the doctor's appointments are so long, right? Okay. Spy, next time your dad or your brother complain about the healthcare system, about its wait times, point out the fact that they punched a nurse when they got their simple little itty bitty injections, and they wonder why more nurses don't stick around. You want to know why wait times are long? It's because they're physically abusing people. So they can, your brother and your dad can never complain about the healthcare system because they're the reason, or part of the reason, why people quit the field. It's because of the abuse. A lot of nurses like the work, hate the abuse and the hours. The abuse and the hours are the two things, and the only reason the hours are there is because nurses quit. The reason why nurses quit is because people are punching them in the face for getting an injection. You used to donate your blood. Well, you're a very good person for doing that. I appreciate it because I need it. I can never give blood again, which sucks. I'm gonna make another potion. Can I make another potion? Sorry, I got very heated there. I'm sorry. But, I mean, I can't believe that. I wonder why the healthcare system's so bad. You go to... What other job is out there that you get punched in the face for doing it? Other than UFC. Like, UFC makes sense. Can't imagine that. Anyway, we'll mine some pure ice. Ridiculous. Yeah, the potions definitely help. But it does also give you ammo, though, Spy. They can never complain about the healthcare system again. Like, your dad and your brother can never complain about it. Because if they do, you just head back and go, well, you punch nurses. Why do you think they're quitting? And I bet you your dad and brother have never made any attempt to make that right. That they don't feel so bad that they need to do everything in their power to help improve their nurses in that situation. Yeah. Just that infuriating. My mum's a nurse as well. Well, she used to be a nurse. She's retired now. And I can't imagine what I would do if I saw someone punch my mum after giving them an injection while I work. Oh. It's riled me up more than it should. No, my sister-in-law thinks my brother is Big Baby. Well, he is. He clearly is. And we've got proof. I mean, if it's something you guys acknowledge that you've done, like punching a nurse, I probably should stop saying punch a nurse. I'll probably get banned. You could just keep on hitting him on the head. Oh, you're a big baby. He's like, no, I'm not. You punched a nurse for getting a little needle in your head and in your arm. And it's not even a funny thing. It's just, it's a sad, pathetic thing. Punch someone. And I have no idea. And there's no gender thing at all. Because, I mean, I don't even know the gender of the person that put the needle on you. Regardless, it shouldn't matter. I think my dad and brother are mental. Well, they clearly are. If your dad can't drive in the rain, refuses to go to hospital even if someone drives them, which is the taxi, would rather have their child suffer than the dignity of getting in a taxi and going to hospital. They clearly aren't very mature people. Like it's not even like a preference thing or anything. They're just not good people right off the bat. And I bet you no one ever calls them up on it as well. And that's the problem with people with these bad behaviors is that they will deny it, and then when someone calls them up on it, they'll shove it off because it's only one person saying it. But if multiple people are saying it, that's when they're going to start to listen. They will get defensive and they'll still be moody about it, but they can't ignore it. If it's one person saying it, they can't ignore it. What time are you streaming to? I need to finish now because I need to go to work. So I'm just going to hit this thing and then finish the stream. I was so heated over this discussion. No, it can't. It can't be ignored, but they also can attempt to. And the only way that kind of stuff doesn't get ignored is if you don't let it go, or call out that bad behavior when you see it. And I think that is also a very difficult thing to do. And it's your family, and I get how hard it is, and I get it how hard it is, but also no one else is going to do it. That's also something to note. Oh, damn it. I'll go 10. Yeah, no one else is going to call them out. So, I apologize. No, don't apologize. I like these kind of discussions. I think it's healthy to have these discussions of what is right and what is wrong. And there isn't any perfect way of handling the situation. We can say we're very frustrated. This is what I would do. This is, if I was in your shoes, this is what I would do. But it doesn't necessarily mean that if I was actually in your shoes, whether I'd have the guts to do it. I like to think I would, but when you're actually in the situation, it's a completely different kettle of fish. And it's your family. And sometimes you want to preserve those relationships because you know doing the right thing can nuke that relationship, destroy that relationship. And you don't want to do that either. So I completely get you're stuck in that. You love them regardless. Yeah, and that's the thing, you still love your family. You can really despise them, but there's also has to be a line of if they are making other people's life miserable or your own self miserable, you have to address it. Because if you don't, you're going to be just miserable. And if they are your family and they do care about you, they don't want you to be miserable. So, a good luck with that one, and I'm sorry that happened to you either way. And I guess the best advice you can do is just try and break the cycle. Don't be that way. The best revenge you can ever have on someone is to not do what they do and do it better in a positive way, not a negative way. Don't do negative things better because that's never good. Anyway, we'll leave it there. I think I need to go to work. I'm already 5 minutes late. So thanks Yasmin, thanks Spy, thanks Thresher. Also thanks for the $100 donation. I really do appreciate that. We'll go towards Moonstones later this week. Thanks Ramona, thanks Mr. Tanker for earlier, and thanks anyone else that has popped around. We'll check out the stream in the future, or we'll check out the stream in the past. I don't know if that works. I'll be back on tomorrow. I think I'm gonna move back to Wednesdays being my longer streams. I'm doing an afternoon stream as well. So we'll do that tomorrow as well. But I'm gonna go to work. Yeah, that's about it.